There is an amazing group of men in the Warradale men's shed. This group has a rich history and actually resides in the old Thirlmere RSL shed, previous state government made council removed from the land near the Rail Heritage Museum in Thirlmere. The shed was actually picked up and sent up to Warragamba, set up, and there the group have been meeting for years. Until recently this was agreed for the shed to be used on the land owned by the Warragamba Workers Club, who now need to sell the land for financial reasons. For some years, councillors and council staff have been working with the men's shed to look at many opportunities to build a new shed. When I was elected in 2023, there was a sigh of relief when the community grants application for the money for the shed was successful. Everyone was overjoyed, and the men were told that there may even be a little money left over to add to the shed capacity. Along the way, the men have asked me to check in on the progress of the shed, as they are always concerned that the present site could be sold, and they would not only be homeless, but looking for somewhere to transfer all their machinery and tools to. Every time I've checked in with the council, the story has been the same. The project is due to start in September 2024 and be completed early 2025. That was until a week ago. In a regular meeting with the council CEO, I added the men's shed as an agenda item, only to be shocked when told there were now some requirements that may in fact double the price and take much longer. On Friday the 13th, the message was exactly that. DA required, and because of the shed requirements decided and the monies allocated, would only deliver a shell with no occupation certificate. Further grants would now be required to get the men into their new long-promised shed. I must ask many questions, including why did it take all this time to work out the situation, seeing as council were the ones that submitted the application for the grant? Why did it take me to ask the question, and why, once it was found out to be an issue, was I not informed given my known interest in the matter? If councillors had known there was a shortfall, why were they not given the option to make up the funds in the last budget? The mismanagement has led to delays, and there is no winner when bureaucrats sit on their hands with information. Sometimes the loss felt with these delays can be personal and heartbreaking. On the same Friday, the men attended the funeral of the President, Michael Davis, who would have been mortified to know the shed was not on track. Do we have to wait for all these elderly men to pass away to see it come to fruition? I implore the council to pay more attention when they apply for grants, not to build up false expectations, and at the very least deliver what you can now, or the price will increase without any delay in time. I've seen many projects at council blow out in costs. The councils need to be brave and call this out. If the same building can be built by the private sector in the same spec for less cost, it shows there's a problem with the calculations or the process. The staff need to be open with myself as a state member and the councillors so we can either advocate for funding or change the scope of the project. It's not about seeking wins to see who is first to share on Facebook. It's actually about delivering for the community who is in need. I look forward to the completion of the project within the guidelines, funding and the scope that the community expects. I know Michael, the President, will be looking down on this, and I hope for the rest of the shed's sake that we are not have any more delays in the future.